I urge you to consider whether your business is as healthy and as scaled and as leveraged as you actually think it is. My name's Tom Clark. I've been coaching 6, 7, and 8-figure entrepreneurs for over 10 years now. And in today's video, I wanted to talk about some components of scaling your business that you've probably missed. And it's probably the reason why you're starting to feel very anxious now that you've scaled your business. You're starting to feel very bogged down now that you've scaled it. And in ways, you're feeling like you've created this prism where you have to continually work to upkeep your business's growth. But when you look at it on paper, it looks really leveraged. So what's going on here? Well, you may have created the systems to scale your business. You may have even employed the staff to scale your business. You may have implemented the processes from another coach or whatever it might be, and you may have created all these processes that really leverage all of your time. So now when you look at things, you're like, oh yeah, cool. I'm looking at the fundamental business model here, and I'm realizing that I only have to show up for 4 group calls and a couple of one-on-ones a week. But that's not really the reality, is it? That's not really what you have to show up for. I would be curious if I put a timer on your phone and we calculated every hour that you spend on your business, on your phone or on your laptop. And I'd love to add those hours up at the end of the week. Right? And I'm talking every client that you have to respond to, every time you have to message your personal assistant and get them to redo something that they didn't do properly, every time you have to tweak and fuck with and play and optimize these these systems that are supposed to be giving you your time back. And if we calculated everything, we find out that you've actually created a reality where you are having to micromanage the fuck out of your business in every moment, in every single fucking day. We had a client, Jacob, for example, who came to us and he said, I feel like, yeah, sweet, I'm doing 30 grand a month, but I feel like I'm driving a truck with no fucking brakes. I feel like I'm heading down this highway just waiting for the inevitable day where it all falls apart and a disaster occurs. And we went deeper into this and he started to realize that he's like, I've just become one of these hormozy bros where I'm just hustling, grinding, building, and my resting heart rate's through the fucking roof. I'm not present with my wife, and I've got a daughter on the way, and I want to make sure that I'm actually not just the business owner, but the father that she actually deserves. But how can I do that when I've got a Slack notification where I'm constantly having to show up for them, where I've got all this community that I have to nourish in this way that now feels misaligned to me, etc., etc., etc. So what ends up happening is we look at the business model that looks fantastic with a lot of our clients. A lot of our clients come to us in this position where they're doing great money and their business model looks great, but it feels like shit. And it doesn't have to be that way. Now, why is this all occurring? Most of the time, this is occurring because the individual that's running the business has used somebody else's script. They've modeled off another mentor or another guru or another whatever it is. They've modeled this idea of what should work, right? And the funny thing is that on the surface, it looked great. But now that you're in it, you're wondering, what the fuck am I doing this for? So you modeled this thing off this guru or whatever it is, and you started implementing it, and you found that you really bogged down. And when you're not nourishing your clients, you're scrambling for more clients or whatever it is, because you've got to keep up this income that you've now created. So what do you do instead of modeling another guru or whatever it might be? And Tom, aren't you a business coach yourself? Yes, I am. And yes, I do help people build out their models, but we build out models based on their ideal life, their ideal lifestyle. That's what we base the business model on. So if you don't want to be in a position where you're constantly having to micromanage the fuck out of your team and micromanage your clients and continually be nourishing things, but at the same time, you want to make sure that you're actually providing significant value for your clients, then we have to erase all the bullshit and we have to start from a place of what do you actually want your life to look like? And this is why I get my clients to literally write down what their ideal day looks like. What does it look like from the moment that they wake up in the morning? Now what we've got to do is we've got to start getting really clear on like, what's your relationship with your clients? How often do you see them? How often do you communicate with them? What level of responsibility do your clients take? What level of caliber are the individuals that you work with? Are they the kind of individuals that are hanging out in groups and want to be fiddled with and nourished all damn day just so that they've got enough value? Or are they the kind of individuals that you can catch up with, blow their fucking mind, and that's the end of the conversation until you see them next? It's a higher standard individual, right? As well as that, do you even need to get a team on board? One of the biggest issues that I see with hundreds of entrepreneurs is they hire way too heavily, way too fucking soon. Because the question is like, what's your PA actually managing? What's your VA actually managing? What's your social media manager actually fucking doing? And why do they need to be there? Or is it because your personal assistant is having to assist you because your model fucking sucks to begin with? Is your personal assistant or your virtual assistant, are they having to manage your communities and all the rest of it because the complexity of the community is too complex to fucking begin with? I still, to this day, if we go back to about 2021, don't quote me exactly, 2020, somewhere in that range, I got rid of all of my team. I had a personal assistant, I had my wife working with me full time, I had a salesperson working with me full time, and then I had I got rid of all of it. Every single bit of it. Why? Because I was able to simplify the fuck out of everything. And then I ended up in a position where I had way less obligations on the day-to-day. And now we have the simplest business model ever. We provide an in-person summit that runs for 5 days. There's an online component to it as well, right? And that summit is designed because it's the most effective way for me to get my clients results and to get them into a place where they're consistently normalizing 30 to 50 grand a month. Now, outside of that, when people are already normalizing 30 to 50 grand a month, I work very intimately with about 3 to 4 clients at any point in time, one-on-one. And I coach them fortnightly or monthly. Monthly? You don't do weekly calls, you coach them? Yeah, because the kind of individuals that I work with don't need information every single fucking week. They need an entire fucking game plan for the month. They need intricate steps that they need to implement. And most importantly, they need the internal shifts that's going to get them the result that they're after. And I can provide that in 60 minutes to last more than a month, right? So that's the simplicity there. Outside of that, I've got a stream of consciousness, which is basically our Telegram group. So this is where all of our clients come through, is through our Telegram group, right? And then outside of that, I produce videos like this whenever the fuck I want. And if you haven't noticed, I don't do highly produced videos. That's by design, because I don't want to pay a video editor. I don't want to have another human being that I have to keep tabs on. I don't want to have another conversation that has to happen every single week. I live my life like a minimalist, and I run my business like a minimalist as well. And that means that not only have I got the time freedom, but I've got the energy freedom and the focus. Most of you are so unfocused on the most potent things that will grow your business because you're having to tweak all of the bullshit that doesn't actually need to be there. If this is in any resonance with you whatsoever, then I encourage you to reach out and book a demo with me where we can pull apart your business and I can show you how to add so much simplicity to your business that it will feel like you are gliding across an ice skating ring, gliding and flowing through your business versus frantically running around, pulling this lever, pulling that lever, tweaking this thing, optimizing that thing, speaking to this person, booking this meeting in, having this scale score. It's like, really? Would you not rather just be out here? Would you not rather, is your life that bland? Would you not rather go for a surf? Would you not rather just stare into your children's eyes? Would you not rather go to the park with them or date your fucking wife or find one? Would you not rather take up a hobby, do some more Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? Or surely, would you not rather have a relationship with your phone where you can turn the fucking thing off and know that there's not going to be any fires? If this is the case, book the demo. It's not a sales call, right? Book a call with me and let's discuss it. The chances that I've got the space to take you on right here, right now, are pretty slim anyway, right? So let's slowly start a conversation together and see whether there's any alignment. We're not ready to work together right away. I'm not looking for a yes or a no from you right away. I don't even know who you are. This is probably going to take a month or so for us to get in rhythm and see whether there's even a fit. But if there is, there could be a chance that we completely redesign the way that your business runs so that you've got more freedom, flow, and sovereignty, and you get to live the life that you deserve. Because the truth is, and this is the biggest truth that most people miss, life gets to be as good as you let it be. See you on the next one.